What did Catwoman get fined for?
I got nothing.
Kitty litter. Sunday night brings you the greatest DC comic show on YouTube, Fanboys Live the Retro Review. Welcome to this weekend show. We're so glad you're here. On behalf of Tim the Comic Collector and Comic Food 2814, who aren't with us tonight, we are happy that you're joining us, especially if you're watching on the rewind. It's great to have you here. I'm joined by Signature King Tony Fett. How are you, Tony?
I am good.
Fantastic. Did you have a
Nice
good week?
weather. Yeah. Nice weather we had here. Finally quit raining, so I could get some yard work done. So it's always good.
That's awesome. We'll say hello to a few folks who have already joined us in the live chat, starting with John's Comics with the Kids. He says aloha because he is in Hawaii.
Oh, aloha, John.
You know what he's doing in Hawaii?
Chilling.
He's getting a lay. I mean, one of those flowered ones.
I'm sure. Sure, that's exactly what
John, do you know what was filmed in Hawaii? I know you know this.
Was it filmed in Hawaii?
It was. So go check out some sites, see if you recognize anything. So that's cool. Hope you have a good time. If I was in Hawaii, I would not be tuning into this show.
Yeah, I can't say that I would either. Yeah. My wife would be very upset.
We should turn Dog the Bounty Hunter on John.
Yeah, I'm sure he's local.
He is.
Yeah.
We'll say hi to our friend Jason, Southern Comic Geek. What's going on?
Jason.
Yeah. And like I said, if you're joining us watching on the rewind, hello to you as well. There's a lot of news going on, isn't there, Tony?
Holy cow. You want to talk about news? There's so much news. I don't even know where to start. But I'm going to go with comic book news.
Okay.
Let me pop up my screen here so everyone can see what I'm seeing here. This guy. So Night Terrors came out, and there was a neon print, and there was two covers that got this treatment, but this is printed incorrectly. The colors are wrong, like way wrong. So DC issued a huge recall on this issue because of the way it's printed. And I got one. So I have a recalled issue. And I have a regular print one. I think it was First Blood that also got a neon one, but it was printed correctly, so it didn't get the recall. So keep an eye out at your local LCS. You can still pick this issue up. It's probably on the shelf somewhere. And if you see it printed this brown instead of a bright green, it should be bright neon green. Snag it because it's a recalled issue, and they're going for anywhere between $25 and $50 on eBay right now.
Wow!
Right. And you can still pick this up easy cover price right now, $4.99. So highly recommend getting this issue. We're gonna zip over to some Constantine 2 news. Let me stop sharing my screen here. So it's been a while since we had any type of Constantine news at all. And a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it, just assumed it was, scrapped along with several other DC projects. But the writer, Akiva Goldsman, said that was news to him because he was actively working on a script. And that update came this week. So it's an update on an anticipated sequel for Constantine. It is very much still alive, still happening. Everyone's on board. Keanu Reeves is still on board. Sounds like Shia LaBeouf may reoccur. So all great news on that front there. So big fans of Constantine. Worry not. Are you excited for this kind of sequel?
I like Matt Ryan's Constantine better.
I do too. I do too. I I like that one better. But just I liked Keanu Reeves, John Constantine, but I am excited that it is.
But Keanu is going to be the Berserker.
Yes, and John Constantine, and John
Wick. And John Wick. and he's going to be in the movie version of John's Comics with kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say hello to a few more folks who have joined us. Poor Mike is here. Awesome, Mike. He's got the fanboys that haven't pissed him off, to be quite honest, on this week's show. So
yes.
We have Kenneth Bird who is here. Hope that you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you. Don't want to forget about Paul S. I know that you got to go to work, so thanks for checking us out on the Rewind. We'll try to do a good job tonight. We'll try not to derail that show like we did last week. We have James who's here as well. Who knows what he's hiding in that cabinet of his? Tony, you got one of them secret cabinets behind you too.
A couple of them.
Yeah, you do.
In fact, I'm out of space, so.
He's out of space.
I need to get a third one.
All right. What else is going on?
Moving on to Superman, we had major casting announcements. Major casting announcements. And I didn't think we'd get those for quite a while. So if you remember, or was it last week, we talked about the casting of Superman and Lois. And for life of me, I cannot remember their names. Please forgive me. But we have Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. So that's exciting. Everyone has wanted to cast him as the Green Lantern in a live action show.
By the way,
I can remember. This
is not the first time that Nathan has played a DC comic character.
Or the Green Lantern. He's played the Green Lantern before.
Where's he played the Green Lantern? A voiceover for what?
Yeah, it's been the animated shows.
Okay. Nathan was the voice of Steve Trevor in the very first Wonder Woman animated movie.
Yeah, I think he's a WB All-Star. He's played a couple different characters, but very excited to see him as a Green Lantern, or just in the DC universe alone. And with his casting, kind of makes more sense for the Green Lantern live action show. I think it kind of reiterates the fact that Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are probably going to make their debut on a season 1. Except if I'm on. Hey, I got one. It's pretty cool. Those two characters are going to make their debut in the live action Green Lantern show, which I'm very excited for. So, so far, all of our predictions are kind of slowly coming to light. So that's great. But I am excited the fact that they're going to introduce at least one of the lanterns right away. I think that's pretty
sure.
Cool. We have what is her name? Isabella Marcid. I think that's how you say her name. She will be playing Hawkgirl. And for life of me, I don't recall seeing any of her past work. So, but I mean, she seems talented. So, we'll see. So we're getting a Hawkgirl.
That's exciting.
Right away. We're getting a Green Lantern right away. And we're also
Isn't it interesting that we're getting a Hawkgirl before a Hawkman? Well, I guess not, because we had Hawkman in Black Adam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, either one is fine. Just the fact that one of them exists confirms that the other one exists, because they're calling it a Hawkgirl, you know what I mean? And we're getting Mr. Terrific as well. And his name is Eddie Gathegi. I have no idea. Gathegi. As Mr. Terrific. So not sure what type of roles these people are going to be playing, and it could be really heavy in the plot, could mean absolutely nothing, could be a flashback,
minor,
could be super minor, could be not till literally right at the end, like Wonder Woman and Shazam. They really wanted her to be involved, and she showed up in literally the last 2 minutes of the movie.
Or it could be right away at the beginning.
Could be right away at the beginning.
You never know.
And one thing to keep in mind that James Gunn did confirm that the Authority will also be in Superman Legacy. So we still have a whole cast of characters that haven't even been introduced yet. So out of what's been cast so far, what is your favorite?
Wonder Woman.
Okay, other than Wonder Woman, for Superman Legacy movie.
Wonder Woman.
Um,
Well, I think they picked a good Superman. I think. I mean, he looks like Superman.
Oh, you mean Henry Cavill Light?
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually excited about, I guess, Hawkgirl because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting any of those. Maybe Green Lantern more, if out of all of them, but Hawkgirl especially was not on the radar.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to pick Guy Gardner Green Lantern only because the gentleman they got to play Mr. Terrific, I can't really see him as Mr. Terrific. He's too skinny. You know what I mean? Mister Terrific, he's not a skinny dude. He's buff. So I don't know.
Hey, I remember when Mr. Terrific got killed in one of those JLA JSA team ups, which I believe Paul S wants us to review in the future.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll have to review that. But
yeah.
So, question for the chat: so far, the Superman Legacy movie, what is your favorite cast? So, Superman, Lois, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern,
Wonder Woman,
and no Wonder Woman. I'm afraid they're putting too many people in Superman. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. But someone had a good point. There could be some kind of big battle Superman is in, and these people could all come in to save him, and then like introduce themselves. Hey, we're the JSA or JLA or whatever. And we've been watching you, kind of thing. Oh, that's right, Metamorpho. I forgot about Metamorpho. Gosh, and Metamorpho has been cast. So, what is his name? Thank you for bringing that up.
And we'll say hello to our friend Black Swamp Comics, who's joined us. He's been a previous guest a few times on Fanboys.
Oh man,
he's the same actor that played on the Gotham TV show, correct?
Yeah. I cannot remember his name. Gosh, I don't even see the article with him in it. But anyway, Metamorpho has been cast as well, so that's super exciting. Gives it its own kind of little twist, which would be interesting. So, someone at WB allegedly has leaked a list that WB has down for being the villain of the Superman Legacy movie. And they have
Brainiac.
You think so?
No, I hope. I didn't say I thought, but that's who I hope it is.
Brainiac is not on the list.
Well, then it will be.
Number 1 is Mongol.
Okay.
You'll never guess who number 2 is.
Mr. Mistleplick.
No, there's no way number 2 will ever be a main villain in a Superman movie. Silver Banshee.
Oh, Silver Banshee. Yeah. I have met the Silver Banshee.
Oh, yeah?
I have. The actress who played Silver Banshee on the Supergirl TV show.
Okay. Yeah, that was going to be my guess.
Yep. She's in a relationship with Robbie Amell. So if you met Robbie or if you met her, you met the other one as well because they were in the same booth. On one side, they had Robbie's photos, and the other side, they had her photos.
Interesting. I'd get her photo or sign something. I would. But it seems like the toss-up is between Mongol or Lobo.
I could see Lobo.
Yeah, that's one way they could introduce the character. But someone said, just James Gunn did confirm that the Authority will be in the Superman movie. That somehow they could be the villain, even though they're superheroes. So that's an idea. Hawkgirl at one point was part of the Authority. So
see, all those characters could be working for the Authority.
Yeah, they could be. They very well could be. We don't know yet, but if I had to pick a random villain, yeah, I would say probably either Brainiac or Metallo.
Metallo's cool.
But I think it's too early for Metallo, so I don't
Yeah,
know
could be.
where in the loop. I guess we're gonna see Superman, like he's already been established as Superman, similar to the Batman. Like
Mhm.
it's not an origin story; he's already been Batman.
Yeah. Good
Um,
Sunday to Joey Bag of Sevens, who's joining us.
Joey Bag of Sevens. For my wild card pick, I'm gonna say Parasite.
I like Parasite.
Yeah,
He's purple,
he is purple.
like
So
Grimace.
yeah, maybe Ultra Humanite. Maybe I don't know. But what do you think? Your number one choice for Superman Legacy villain?
Brainiac.
Brainiac? Yeah, Brainiac would be cool.
Still like Brainiac.
What's your wild card?
Bizarro.
Yeah. I could see Bizarro somewhere. I do think we'll see Lex Luthor in this movie, not as a villain, but like as if you recall Man of Steel, Perry White, he'll be in a Perry White type figure. Just he'll be in there a couple of times. And that's kind of it. But yeah. Question to the chat: who do they want to be the Superman villain in Legacy? I think a lot of people are going to say Brainiac. I know Southern Comic Book Gig. Yeah, he did. So yeah, mix of
See, another vote for Mr. Mitzelblick.
I highly
or
doubt it.
Pitalik, depending on how you say it.
Yeah.
Pitalik.
But I think he'd be too busy bothering the Fantastic Four.
Do you know why I call him? Do you know why I call him Mr. Mitzelblick?
Who?
Mr. Mitzelblick. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. Yep.
I call him that because the very first time I ever heard his name pronounced was on the Super Friends cartoon, and that's how they said it, Mr. Mitzelblick. Now I know they've in some of like the CW shows they change it to Mr. Mitzpedalik, but I still know him the way that if they started calling him Mitzelblick back in the 70s cartoons, then that's what he's going to be to me.
Interesting. So, yeah, that's kind of like the big news. I know I just went over it real fast, but what are your thoughts on any of that? So, you have any rebuttal complaints? What are your expectations?
I expect a good movie.
I think it's going to be good.
That's what I want. I just want a good movie.
Yeah, this would be James Gunn's first movie with like a AAA hero, So
his first all-star, yeah.
Yeah. Normally he's kind of like the backup quirky characters. So did you see the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad?
Absolutely.
What'd you think of it?
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. So I like it. I like the Flash. I thought the Flash was good.
I like I'm going to watch the Flash again. I'm probably going to buy it.
Bradley Cooper allegedly was approached to play Lex Luthor, and he turned it down. Which is good because I like him as a hero. I think he's a cool dude, but hey, you never know. Maybe he would have made a good Lex Luthor.
You know who to me is Bradley Cooper light?
Who?
Oliver Hudson.
Oliver Hudson.
That's Goldie Hawn's son.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anthony Carrigan is the name I was looking for. Yes. For Metamorpho. So, was he part of the Authority, Metamorpho? I don't recall.
He's part of the Outsiders. I know that.
Yeah.
And he has a really cool 1960s theme song by Arthur Korb.
Who, Metamorpho? Oh. I don't think Jimmy Olsen should get a revival.
If it wasn't for copyright reasons, I would play it right now.
I'll have to look it up.
It is on YouTube. It is on Spotify. Just type in Metamorpho theme after the show is over.
Interesting. But yeah, there's still a lot of casting to be done, I imagine. Keep in mind, this is just movie one of what I hope is going to be a good universe, with lots of room to expand and build upon. So I really do hope this lays a good foundation. But then again, I thought the Snyderverse was good, so I could be I could be dead wrong. I don't know.
Did you watch the new trailer for Blue Beetle?
Yes, I did.
I did not. No.
Oh,
is it any good?
It really doesn't
give you
really
anything
give
more.
anything away. But I forgot you're one of the
I'm anti-trailers.
That are anti-trailer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Allegedly, that's going to be the first James Gunn verse movie. So, I don't think it'll fold into Superman Legacy. But hey, that would be cool if it did.
Are you going to the theater to see it?
Yeah, that's we're coming up on 30 days. I think it's coming out. I'll probably see it in theaters. It'll be a lot of fun, I think.
Okay. Something else I wanted to ask you about as well. Have you ever checked out any of the audio dramas like that are on the podcast?
Nah, not really. Not really.
Because this past week they launched a brand new Flash. It's called Flash Escape the Midnight Circus, which is exclusively on Apple Podcasts. It's a scripted audio drama, 6 parts. The first 2 parts dropped this past Monday, and then the remainders will drop one a Monday until it's done for the next month.
Yeah, I've never listened to any of that stuff. I'm sure they're great, but no, I don't anticipate to. I do a lot of listening to stuff while I'm usually at home, working. So I've trained my brain a certain way, and I'm afraid if I deviate from that, it'll affect my work. Sure. But I'm sure they're great. I know Long Halloween won all kinds of awards, so I'm sure they're great. But no Wonder Woman news. That's sad.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
The actors' strike.
Yes.
I believe the way I understand it, and please correct me, you or anyone in the chat if I'm wrong. The way I understand it, if the actor is a member of the union, the guild, they can't do convention appearances.
I wouldn't know.
I actually looked that up today, and that's what it appears to be, that they can't. It says specifically in there, no convention appearance.
I mean, I understand.
Well, some of these people, and I'm not talking so much the A-list, like the major stars, but some of these people now need the money more than ever.
Give me an example. Who do you think?
Someone like John Wesley Shipp.
Well, if you're right. If he's part of the union or the guild or whatever it is, then yeah, he's up a creek pretty hard. But that doesn't really affect me that much. Baltimore Comic-Con, they have their media guests, but none of the people that I'm excited for are have announced that they're not going yet. But hey, who knows?
So, Joe, can they still they can still sign pictures of them in character and everything, right? And I'll say hello to a few people who have joined us since, starting with Yeehaw is here, and he's yeehawing us all. Good to see you, Mike. And Glenn Clark is here. Howdy to you.
See, everyone's coming in after we did the news already, but I mean, that's okay. The question for everyone who's coming in is, out of all the Superman castings announced so far, so tell me which one you're most excited for: Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Metamorpho.
And Wonder Woman.
And there has not been a Wonder Woman. I imagine they could probably still go if they're promoting previous work. Like Steve Amell could go as Oliver Queen Arrow. but maybe not Casey Jones because he was. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Like Tyler Hoechlin and Superman. He and the actress that plays Lois, on his co-star on the show, what's her name, Biddy?
Yeah.
They're coming to Chicago in a few weeks for a convention. I mean, are they still going to be there or not? That's the question.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And one thing that is awful about conventions is if you buy a photo op or signing from whoever and they cancel, you never get your money back.
Not true. Because that's happened to me and I got my money back.
That's happened to me several times and I've never got my money back.
You're supposed to. And I have.
How?
If they don't give you your money back, you file a fraud claim with your credit card company. I'm serious. With however you paid for it. If it was PayPal, if it was your credit card, that's what you do. Your money comes back. Because you have the proof. It's going to be published online, so-and-so had canceled their appearance. And then you also have the proof of a screenshot of, here's my ticket for that autograph and that.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. So speaking of autographs, as this is an incredibly long news segment, did you hear who is doing their first ever private autograph signing?
Is it a celebrity?
Yes.
Oh.
It's been one of the most requested, and this person has never done one. Ever. Not public and not private.
I don't know.
Confirmed. Pricing will come out on Tuesday. Linda Carter.
Oh.
I think she's going with Celebrity Authentics as her exclusive rep for that. So,
are you anticipating mailing something in?
I don't think so. I mean, I would always take a Linda Carter autograph, but I have some. I have multiples, and mine were done in person.
Yeah.
And I have multiple things signed by her. I have a huge poster. I have so many things. So it's not like if I didn't have one, I would. There was a comic book I was thinking about. I'm like, oh, that would be pretty sweet to have.
Wonder Woman 66, number 1.
Wonder Woman 77.
77, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Let's say hi to Crazy Ivan.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one to mail in. But I mean, she's done signings before at cons.
No,
I've been to
hasn't.
one. I've been to one. She was.
She did a performance, but did not actually. She did a performance that included you getting an autograph, but you didn't get to meet her or watch her sign it. They were all signed ahead of time, and they weren't personalized to your name.
Yeah, if you got the VIP package, you did.
Yeah. So I have met her face to face. Have the picture of her hugging me. Have the picture with her. Have photos of her signing my stuff. So,
where did you meet her at?
Chicago.
It was this like a meet and greet or
concert? And then
concert.
There was a VIP meet and greet after the show.
Oh, how much did that send you back?
Didn't cost me anything. It cost me the price of the concert ticket. I was a radio guy. I was a VIP. I was Mr. Country Music.
That's right, Linda Carter, country music. Yeah.
Although she's not singing country music, but
yeah,
you worked the radio angle, and I got in.
That's pretty cool. So you just went up with your radio badge or credentials and said, "Hey."
Oh no, I knew ahead of time that I was getting back.
Man, just the behind the scenes of that. I would just love to just see how that worked out. Like,
there are pics. I'll see if I can try to pop one up more towards the end of the show.
That's interesting. I mean, I knew you met her before, but I never knew it was at one of her shows, and you were like, "Hey, this is, me. I'm with the radio station." Like, "Oh, hell yeah! Like, come on!" Like, didn't even bother to check it out. Like, that'd be fun. I should do that. Like, "Hey, I'm on YouTube." Like, "Oh yeah, come on."
Well, YouTube and radio was a little bit different.
Yeah. That was that's a lot of fun. I didn't go to that concert, but I wanted to, but I just couldn't make that happen. I think my wife had like a week prior just given birth, so
Yeah.
there was no way.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So pricing, pricing hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to guess it's going to be in the $150 to $200 range just for a signature.
Do you think that's worth it?
Yeah, because yeah, I do. Because she hasn't done these before.
Okay. We'll have to see. So stay tuned for Lasso. I'm sure he's gonna post it for everyone who's interested. So, yeah. When is that start?
They're announcing the pricing on Tuesday.
Okay, so
they've already confirmed it, but they're announcing the pricing on Tuesday.
Gotcha. I got nothing. Like I said, we just kind of blew through the news a little bit, which is that right halfway mark that I like. But let me bring up your book here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can quickly find that picture. I mean, I have it. It's just a question of I don't have easy access to it right now.
Super tiny. And you said it was
farce is here. Yes, there is one, and I'm not doing it.
Technically, no, there isn't one.
Oh, she isn't in the.
She is not. She's not.
Never mind. Cancel that.
Good
you want me to start then?
Yeah. If you, I mean, I could.
No, I can start. That's fine. So I decided to do a Golden Age story regarding Catwoman. I thought that might be a little bit fun to do tonight.
It's ready when you want to pop it up.
Okay, great. So first, let's. That's the main page there. I'm stalling because I'm trying to get it pulled up on my side. So this is Batman issue 42, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is a Golden Age story, and I think this is the first time that Catwoman ever appeared in like a full cat suit. So there's a little bit of a key in that reason. I'm sorry, I'm so behind here. I'm not ready at all.
That's okay. Looks old. When did this come out? 19.
One moment, and I'm almost set. No, I'm not set.
August. I like how it says August, September.
I think it's 47. I think.
So this is after we showed Hitler what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is it a bait and switch?
Is it a bait and switch? That's a great question. It's on his mouse pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got so caught up trying to look for that Linda picture that when we segued into this, I wasn't ready at all.
No mouse pad.
No mouse pad.
There's a picture of you screensaver. Oh, you mean Lasso? Okay, I thought we were still making fun of me. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm just so used to everyone making fun of me. I just assume that anytime someone's slinging some dirt, it's coming at me.
I have found it, so.
Oh,
you're going to load it. I'm ready to roll.
Okay, gotcha.
So first of all, that was the cover.
Oh yeah. This right here. Yep.
So we got a really good cover right there. And then we see here on the first splash page, essentially what we're getting in the story. And it's Batman and Robin against Catwoman. And she's doing crimes based on fictitious stories that involve cats. Big surprise. So we start out our story, and we find the police warden. She says, "Mail for you, kitten. It's a book." And Selena Kyle gets a book, and inscribed inside it says, "Dedicated to the Catwoman who knows how to spell cat." And she's like, "Spell cat. That's the code key. My gang has followed my orders, to the letter." So she tears out the third page because that's C. She tears out the first page because that's A. And then she tears out page 20. So she has CAT. She crinkles them all together and adds some string. And somehow she's able to get the cell open and escape from jail. It's all over the news headlines. So now in her lair, she's dressed in her Catwoman garb. And like I said, this is the first time that full costume appearance like that, I believe, has ever been shown. And she's deciding that famous felines of fiction will be the pattern for her crime. So the next day in a Gotham street, we see all these cats up in stockings tied to a tree, 10 little kittens hung up to dry, and people are like, oh, that's horrible. We need to call the police. The police are trying to get them down. And while they're doing that, Catwoman and her gang is robbing a jewelry store because the police guard is distracted by these cats. And she's able to escape. And here we have Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne. You know, they're hearing about this, what's going on. They know she's out. Catwoman's ready to commit another crime. She's got her Western duds on right there because there's a rodeo in town and she's there to steal the ticket proceeds. Batman and Robin break in and she goes running and she ends up down in the, in the arena, in the field, and she takes off on a horse, but all these bulls get out as well. So you got Batman and Robin riding on bulls, trying to catch her, and they're steering the bulls, and she leaves another little note that her next caper, her next chapter is going to be Dick Whittington's cat. And Batman tells the story of Dick Whittington, who became Lord Mayor of London because of his cat. And Robin says, oh yeah, his cat killed the rats on a foreign island and the grateful king bought it for him for a small fortune. And Batman says that's not true. Actually, the cat was his ship. It carried coal, and that's what he made a fortune of. So they head over to the White Cat Coal Company, where they picked up Catwoman's trail, or as Robin says, you mean tail. And outside, they hear meow, meow, which is Catwoman. And she busts in, and they're like, you're the Catwoman, aren't you? And she's like, yes, and that's your payroll, isn't it? Batman and Robin arrive, and a fight ensues. Catwoman starts to run away, and she goes down the coal chute. Batman and Robin goes to follow her. They slide down the coal chute as well. But they are dumped out of the back of this dump truck, while Catwoman is safe, and they're not. So they're able to capture Batman and Robin, and Catwoman ties them up, and then she starts taking bricks, because she says, remember the Cheshire Cat of Alice in Wonderland, how he disappeared a little at a time until only his head was seen, and then soon only a smile remained, and then the cat vanished completely? Well, that's what she's done to them. She figures that she's got them now. But Batman is able to use a candle that's nearby and burn the ropes off. So they're wondering how they're going to get out, but there's an air shaft, and Catwoman's cat, Hecate, is left behind. So what they do is they tie a string to Hecate and send the cat up through the air shaft. So the cat goes out. He's got a little piece of Batman's collar underneath, Batman's cape underneath his collar. Police officer sees him. He's like, what's that under your collar? And he's like, I would know that anywhere. That's, Batman, and he's inside the building. That's what the string's attached to. So the officer is able to bust through the bricks and rescue Batman and Robin with the Catwoman not knowing. She is on to her next job at the Cat and the Fiddle. It's a jive spot for hep cats. And there's a costume ball tonight. All hep cats who enter must be dressed as cats. So Batman and Robin arrive, and the cats are in full swing, full glory. They want to dance with Batman and Robin. And Batman wants some help, but Robin's just kind of laughing at him. And we find out that Catwoman is there to rob, to take the proceeds. And she's shocked when Batman and Robin bust in, and she threatens to scratch their eyes out. And Catwoman decides it's time to escape. She's got to trick them. They'll catch me if I don't. Batman says, stay here, Robin. I'm going to pull that cat's claw. And they get up to the top of the building, and he's telling her to give up. And she says, one more step and I'll claw you. But Batman plays it smart, and he pulls wire violin string, and music to his ears, he's able to get the Catwoman stuck. And he tells her, that he's caught her, and, it's just like the cat that has to wear a bell around, so the birds aren't taken by surprise that you're getting there. And she gets hauled off to jail, and that's the end of her Golden Age story. Hello and hey diddle diddle to Bronze Age Brian. Yes,
Interesting story.
You can hear that.
Story. Yeah.
We got some interesting comments here. Got the perfect distraction. Does Catwoman use a mouse pad? Yeah. Love it, guys. So that is because this is Heroes Takeover for the Retro Review tonight. Wait till you guys find out what next week's going to be. We'll announce that at the end of the show.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got to stop and start again so I can get mine up here. So,
and let me look here because we asked.
Sure.
This book came out in 1947.
Yeah, I saw August, September 47. So
yes,
that's pretty cool.
It's the first time the Catwoman wears a complete cat bodysuit, and then where Batman and Robin were brick walled with that death trap, that was reused in the Batgirl and Robin backup stories in Detective Comics 400 and 401. It also resembles scenes in multiple Edgar Allan Poe stories.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to put mine up there?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So tell us about your choice.
I went with Suicide Squad New 52 number 0. This technically is a one shot. When New 52 came out, there's like a whole stack of zeros that came out. I think I have almost all of them. I don't think I'm missing any, at least not that I know of. But I'll get into my huge mistake why I picked this book. But so it kicks off here in Malaysia, where there's like a bar or a saloon or whatever you want to call it. There's a young lady at a pinball machine, and it turns out it's Amanda Waller, a young Amanda Waller, and she almost got jumped, but they realized that they're technically all CIA agents at this point. So, whoops, that lady got stitches for no reason. And she's sitting down with a gentleman named Darren. They're talking about how long it's been, trying to catch up. Amanda Waller's on a mission. She can't really hang out. Same thing with the gentleman named Darren. He's looking for someone else. But it turns out that those two people are working together. So, here we are. They can team up a little bit and keep looking for them. Amanda Waller sees a gentleman that she has been looking for a while. They've been kind of trailing him, and he's leading them into I don't know, look like some kind of temple. But they're I guess they were waiting for him because their version, like SEAL Team 6, was there, and they were able to apprehend him. But he had a cyanide capsule in his mouth. But they were able to stop him. And he has these plans like for this like world-ending device. So now that they have him, now they can have the intel about how this device works and how it interacts with metahumans. We cut to I'm going to skip a part here. We're going to go to I believe this is in Afghanistan, if memory serves me correct. No, village of Mahia. I'm not sure. So they get to the village. This is where they're going to part ways, really. But Amanda Waller is actually attacked by a helicopter. She shoots down the helicopter, and this guy's name is Regulus. I think this is his first appearance. I'm not sure. But it's funny because Amanda Waller shoots down this helicopter, and the first interaction between the two of them is saying, "Hey, you killed my personal chef." Not particularly thrilled about that. He was a good chef. So they exchange fights, and Amanda Waller and this gentleman are going at it, but she can't really tangle with this cat because he's magic. And he had already released some kind of gas or bomb or whatever it is. And it turned everyone in the village to some kind of like zombie-like monster, including Darren, where you see here at the final panel, she's like, "Yeah, I got to kill you." And he's like, yes, please. And she ends his life. Cut back to what looks to be his mother. She gives him the folded flag. She kind of spits in her face and says, this is 100% your fault. She's then summoned to DC with, who knows, some shadowy government figure. Says, hey, listen, we're pulling you out of Team 7, and now you're going to command a new team. And you could see on the desk they have, the faces of that new team kind of laid out. And there we have it. She's going to create the government's first ever Suicide Squad. And in the conversation, she mentions, like, that's fine, I'll command whoever you want, but we're gonna do it my way. This is my team doing it my way, and that ends the issue. Like I said, super super duper fast. But
awesome.
It is awesome.
In the meantime, I have found photos.
Yes, let's see them.
Okay, you got to remember this is a young Magic Lasso. Okay.
You have my attention.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I got a few photos to show you.
Hey, Mastodon, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Mastodon, how you doing?
Thanks for swinging in.
Okay, here's the first one. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see you a little bit. That's a little bit further away.
Who is that handsome man there?
I don't know, but get to one of you.
Okay, let's find another one to share.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this has been a while. This is like 2007, maybe.
Oh, wow, that long ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
pushing 20 years.
Yeah, let's see.
So
okay, here's the big posed picture. Well, I'll say that to last. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can tell.
Can you see me expressing my love to Linda Carter?
I can. I can tell that's you too.
That is me. Man, so I still look like that.
You do. I mean, I can tell that's you. So.
Okay.
You don't.
Yeah, I see different things.
Okay.
Let's show another one. Sorry, I'm not used to doing the share screen. So. Okay, next let's do. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Okay, I got two more. This one and another one to share.
Got it. That's a good one.
And she initiated the hug.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. And then finally, we will do the posed picture after she signed all my oodles and oodles of stuff. Actually, I didn't have her sign. I didn't have her sign that much, but I had her sign a couple things. And trying to narrow down what I was going to have her sign was harder than anything. Let's do the last one. There we go.
Wow, that's
Wonder Woman.
She looks different. I can't quite put my finger on it. She looks different.
She's had a little work done in the last few years.
Oh, I'm sure.
But this is pre that, so looks like Wonder Woman to me.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. So, what was she like to meet? Was
she wasn't like what I thought she would be. She was better.
What was your, what did you anticipate it was going to be like?
Oh, thanks. Nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
But she was much more than that. She got that. I had it was set up cabaret style at a front row table. I could touch the stage with my feet from my seat. And, I was telling her this stuff and she said, really, I should be the one who's thanking you. And I kind of looked at her and she said, you got all dressed up tonight. You sat in the front row. You smiled at me the entire time I was singing and made me feel so good when I was up there. So I'm the one who needs to thank you.
That's a heck of a compliment. In many ways. Most importantly, like she was paying attention to the crowd. And I'm sure there's a lot of musicians that are like that, but she was able to tell you directly. And she acknowledges, without fan support, she'd be singing at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. She loves her. Yes, right. I have a picture I'm going to show you. So you said this was in 2007.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm going to show you
aggressively relaxing vacuum cleaner.
A memorable night for sure. That'd be up there. So I'm going to show you where I was at in 2007. So, if it lets me,
I think that's the first time I've shown that on my channel.
That's pretty cool. Very cool indeed.
And I'll officially say hi to Donnie. I know I said hi to him before when I was looking for my photos, but I'll officially say hi.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Trying to get things up here. Oh, that's not what
So real quickly, thoughts of your story, grades.
I remember now after the fact that I was not a big fan of this Amanda Waller for many reasons, but I mean, I know this is kind of like an origin for her, but I like the not so involved Amanda Waller, where she's back at the headquarters and screaming orders through the mic. That's the one that I like. That's a classic Amanda Waller, but and I got to give casting a big high five here, but I can't help but now read Amanda Waller's voice as Viola Davis. So
that means she's doing a good job.
That means it's an absolute home run cast for sure.
Yeah,
absolute home run. Oh, okay. I guess it's not gonna let me. Never mind. Guess we're not doing that.
Okay. Mine, I thought, was golden age silliness, but still fun. I still don't understand how 3 pages out of a book and some string can get you out of jail, but you just go with it, Maybe
they treat it with some kind of like liquid TNT or something.
Maybe.
But then again, it blows the wall off, or the bars off the wall. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. Hello to the Jackson Roy Kirk.
Yes.
Always good to see you. Absolutely. So do you have a book show? Want to talk about your channel?
Oh yeah. Let me grab a book. Good call. Okay. I forgot all about that.
Should I make the big announcement, what we're going to do next week while you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Next week. So tonight was just kind of one of those, villain takeovers for the Retro Review. I'm so excited about next week because it's something I've wanted to do for several years. Next week on the Retro Review is going to be Shark Week. I am pumped for Shark Week. So make sure to join us for that. And it's going to be on this channel again. Okay, what's going on your channel? What you got for a book show?
What's going on my channel? I've got plenty of ideas. Probably going to be shorts. I'm still kind of experimenting with YouTube Shorts. I haven't really found a system that worked. For those you who are interested, Lasso and I were chatting backstage about YouTube Shorts, and we're just saying like something has changed in the YouTube algorithm. We're not quite sure. We used to hit 1,000 views on at least one short, at least once a week, but now it's been a long time since I hit 1K views. But a lot of shorts. I am definitely gearing up for Baltimore Comic-Con for sure. So lots of going through the cabinets and picking books out and deciding which one's which. This is probably going to be a very expensive con for me.
Okay.
But hey, that's good. That's how you know you had fun. Book show, keeping it Suicide Squad theme. I have Convergence, Suicide Squad, signed by Frank Terry. Ooh, I just realized Thomas Mandrake did some work on here, and he's going to be at Baltimore Comic-Con. So look at that. I'm going to throw this book in the pile.
Nice.
Happy little accident. Very cool. Yeah, Frank Thierry did the writing on this, got him to sign the cover. Possibly going to add some more, but yeah, I'm going to keep doing shorts. I just got to find a way to get my rhythm back, but I'm not complaining about not getting as many views, but I'm thankful for anyone that takes 2 seconds and looks at my content at all. So thank everybody. And don't forget to subscribe to each other. There's a lot of good people.
Please do.
In the chat that put out good content. So all of you put out some home run content. So yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. No.
Go ahead.
No, forgot it.
So on my channel, I dropped my back issue of the week short this past week, which was on Power Girl. Tomorrow, I'll drop a back issue of the week short, but it's Marvel themed. This past week, I did on my channel another comic book editions video. I had a DC Comics early Bronze Age key issue purchase from Big Will's Comics. And then I had an AOK from Old Wolf 65 that I shared on that comic book editions video. This upcoming week, besides the new back issue of the week short dropping tomorrow morning, on Tuesday afternoon, I'll do the next comic book editions video. And Seeking Superman, who is in the chat with us, sent me an AOK. So I'm sharing that in the video. And then I have prize wins from the Jedi Knight that are related to the Omni X-Men show. So that's what's coming up channel-wise for me. For a book show, since it's Villains Takeover night, you know, Tony, I have Catwoman comic books where she's in Detective or she's in Batman. Do you know that I do not have one? Well, the only Catwoman comic book I have is Catwoman 80th Anniversary Special. I have no issues from any of the regular ongoing Catwoman series. Can you believe that?
There's not that many out there, to be honest with you.
I know, but I was surprised. I thought I would have at least one. I don't. I mean, I have her in Detective Comics. I have her in Batman Comics. But in her own title, just that one 80th Anniversary Special. So for book show, I wanted to do something villains themed. And I picked this book. It's a George Perez cover. So George Perez was told by DC Comics to put about 8 or 9 villains on the cover of this comic book. And you know what he did?
He put them all on there.
So that's a little bit more than 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But this is Crisis on Infinite Earths number 9, with just about every villain that you love from that era.
Man, that Black Adam looks cool.
Yeah, and the big Brainiac in the back, his ship.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Yep, Seeking Superman knew what was happening.
Crisis cover.
Yep. No, I know. I say meow all the time, and I have nothing from her ongoing series.
This may be a dumb question, but are you going to subscribe to the new Wonder Woman story? The new number 1?
Of course.
Okay. That's what I said. It was probably a dumb question.
Of course I am. First person to name them all gets that's funny.
Gets the book. I could probably name 90% of them.
Let me ask you this. Could you name her?
I can't really. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. Ooh. No, I don't think I could.
How about her?
Probably. I think, isn't that Circe?
No.
No? Nah, no. Looks like Circe to me.
Yeah, I can see where you got that at. I love Penguin up there flying in with his umbrella.
His umbrella.
Isn't that cool?
That's pretty funny.
Well, let's give you something, so at least you have a little bit of victory.
Yeah, give me a win.
Can you name? Him?
That Captain Cold.
Captain Cold. Okay, you got one.
Yeah. Hooray! Very cool.
Yeah.
One thing
was
that
Dark Star. I think not Black Star, because that was Starfire's sister. I think that's Dark Star. She was a Supergirl enemy.
okay. One thing that I am speaking of villains and several villains in a row. So we talked last week, and I showed everyone my Forever Evil cover that was going to get signed by David Finch and Jeff Johns. I think I'm going to do it. I have 2 books, or actually items. I have 2 items left for them to pick to sign Mr. Johns. So I think one of them I'm going to do is my framed Futures or Forever Evil poster. So this will be my first signed poster.
That's cool.
Which I think is going to be pretty cool. So I think I'm going to do that. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yes, he did. Absolutely, he did.
Yeah. In that career field, you kind of have to. But I'm sure if he didn't know or couldn't remember, he had some kind of reference. Mm-hmm. You know, they sent him books, but yeah. So anyone who's going to their LCS, be sure to be on the lookout for that book because it is being recalled. And you can still get it at cover price. Because I didn't. I didn't know it was being recalled. I just got it because I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. So be on the lookout for that book. It'll make you rich.
Something's gotta.
It'll put your kids to college.
Something's gotta, because I've been trying on that lotto and I haven't been doing well.
Well, maybe you need to eat more gas station nachos.
Gas station. That's about the only thing I've been succeeding on is eating the gas station nachos and still making it to the next day.
I cannot wait to go back to the Midwest. I'm going back, this year soon, but man, I miss the food. You don't want a cannibal sandwich? That's a Wisconsin delicacy.
No.
I had one, and it was not bad, actually. It wasn't bad.
No, I'm going to be passing on that.
It was.
How exciting is Shark Week next week?
Shark Week, yes. Funny story about Shark Week.
Okay.
Last year, 2 years ago, something like that, I was in Ocean City, Maryland, not knowing it was Shark Week. And I'm at the beach, and there's a big blimp paid for by the sky. I mean, massive, like a Goodyear-sized blimp. And it says, Shark Week starts today. And I'm like, I'm at the beach. Like, thanks for ruining my vacation, Discovery Channel. I'm not going in the water now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let my kids in there. Like, I've seen Shark Week. I've seen The Meg. I know how this is gonna end.
Yeah. You seen the Sharknado movies?
I have seen Sharknado. Caveat: you can't use King Shark as the base of your story. Too late. I've already picked my.
He has picked it. I think now, Tony, you gave me a suggestion for a story with King Shark, but there is a different shark character story that I could use, and I'm deciding which one I'm going to use. If I'm going to do a different character than King Shark or not. But there is another one in DC Comics that outside of King Shark that I could use.
I just wanted to make you aware that there was a Wonder Woman King Shark story. Mm-hmm. That way you win twice.
That's true.
But I like King Shark. My biggest complaint about the Suicide Squad movie is they made him really dumb. And he's not. He's not really dumb. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I like how every iteration of King Shark changes the shark species. Mm-hmm. Like in New 52, he was a hammerhead.
Oh, yeah.
There's at one point where he's a black-tip fin shark. I think the most common one is him as a great white shark. But the hammerhead one is got to be interesting because his eyes are like so far apart.
Yeah.
I like King Shark.
Shark's cool.
Didn't he make an appearance in the Peacemaker TV show?
I can't remember. Give your dog an invisible bone.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't catch it, but we'll see.
Yeah. So Shark Week is next week on the greatest DC comic show on YouTube, Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. You will find that show again next week on my channel. We thank you for joining us tonight for this evening's show. We hope you have a successful, healthy, and fun week ahead of you, and we look forward to visiting with you again next Sunday night. Have a good night.
Peace.